In this season of festivity and cheers, we celebrate knowing that despite all we've been through, we are still standing stronger than ever.
So, from all of us here at Undaunted ABC Amber Television,
we speak of the season.
Wishing you a very Merry Christmas in advance.
It is our prayer that you have all you need to experience the best Christmas ever.
Full of love and cheers,
family and friends,
health and wealth.
Every man, no fear, God day.
And so, to all our esteemed viewers, executives, sponsors, ARS, news director, our vice president, our visionary president, and to all Ambazonians, we say compliments of the season and Merry Christmas. With love from all of us at ABC Amber Television.
Good evening and welcome to the State of the Liberation Movement. Martin Mungwa, PhD, FASCE Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers. And as always, we commence with Undaunted, bringing into the news untold stories. I am Star Smart. Let's begin. The genocide of Ambazonians did not start today. It's been on for too long now. Videos from 2018's horrifying genocide resurfacing while the Amazonian Restoration Forces do their best in defending homeland until justice is given Ambazonia. But despite the war and inconveniences, Ambazonians are still being resourceful and resilient as always. We have the Department of Women's Services put a Christmas outreach program together with the refugees in Ambazonia, and the people of Awing take the development of their village to another level, converging last week in the village for the general annual to put on a roadmap for the development of the village. It is encouraging that in the face of adversity, the peoples of British Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia are still standing strong. Adding to the resilience, the Secretary of State for Communications and IT, Dr. Martin Mungwa, will be talking elaborately on the question of a ceasefire, the lofty wish of La Republic to Cameroon, why the ceasefire idea will fail and why it must not happen. Well, we are eager to have this, but only after Undaunted. Let's get the prime headlines.
These are the prime headlines for today. Start with the story. La Republic, the Cameroon colonial governors On detachment in Amazonia, live at No Mercy has returned. You can imagine that. Also today, La Republic de Cameroon's Anatomy of Killings is a special report that will interest you. Today, Bamenda is a silent but horrifying genocide center. Why did we say that? Yourself. Amazonia refugee celebrates Christmas amidst all of this trouble. Amazonia celebrates a shadow of tarred road. It's a story that we will look into today. Also, a Wind Development Association meets for the annual meeting. Now, let's get the news in detail.
In this season of festivity and cheers, we celebrate knowing that despite all we've been through, we are still standing stronger than ever.
So, from all of us here at Undaunted ABC Amber Television,
We say compliment of the season.
Wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas in advance.
It is our prayer that you have all you need to experience the best Christmas ever.
full of love and cheers.
Family and friends.
Health and wealth.
Every man, no fear, God day. And so, to all our esteemed viewers, executives, sponsors, ARS, news director, our vice president, our visionary president, and to all Ambazonians, we say compliments of the season and Merry Christmas. With love from all of us at ABC Amber Television.
Deeply influences society. They inform people about what is happening. It permeates people's lives by creating their own criteria and opinions. In this way, the media moves the masses, creating different social movements.
For over 60 years, the people of Amazonia were deprived of such privileges. The privilege to enhance their own criteria and opinion. They have suffered cultural genocide for 6 long decades, but not in this age and not with Undaunted ABC Amber News on board.
You understand that wars are fought and won in the media. The speed of the Amazonia's quest for freedom cannot be explained without highlighting the views of the media.
Franco-Cameroon colonizers, among other strategic moves, weaponized the media against Amazonia for so long, and they continue to do so even today. The question would be, how much do the oppressed people of Amazonia need to counter the media rage?
Indeed, how much more is required to stop the genocide? The carnage in Amazonia didn't start today. In 1961, 1972, 1984, 1992, Amazonians were slaughtered in huge numbers and help was not forthcoming. Why? Because the oppressor was the piper in the media.
The good news is we have what it takes to dictate the pace.
Right now, ABC Amber TV is taking advantage of the wonders of multimedia aggressively
to inform the misinformed and disinformed with other revolutionary programs bringing it to the news untold stories.
Most importantly, to win the media war by taking ABC Amber TV into every multimedia platform.
In a word, where the importance of storytelling can never be overemphasized, Amazonia has to tell her own stories the other way round.
And like we say it always, Amazonia must narrate her story accurately. We can do this together, you know, right? You are just a click away. Visit our website at www.abcambertv.com, and the steps are quite simple.
With just a click on the website, you can become a club member with so many benefits.
You can also make a one-time donation, advertise and showcase your goods and services at the marketplace on the website.
That was easy, right? You're welcome on board.
And thank you for opting for the winning team.
While putting on bulletproofs, they lie to the powers that be so that innocent and armless Ambazonian denizens become to the laughter land. They can't fool all the people all the time, for there cannot be any normalcy without a dialogue. Ambazonians are not fools again. Well, Undaunted learned that these pronouncements were made on Monday, December 12, 2022, by Adolphe Lily El Afrique and Bernard Okali Bilai, respectively, to the press immediately after taking part in their second biannual Colonial Governance for 2022. Well, compliments of the season, fellow Ambazonians. This is our starting point of tonight Undaunted. I am Oni Opala. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, Oni. Good evening, fellow Ambazonians. The Colonial Republic du Cameroon's Governors Conference took place at the banquet hall of the Yaoundé City. Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga Ndi, who himself brazenly lied to the powers that there was no Anglophone problem. Basically, at the said Colonial Conference, deliberations were centered on administrative authorities confronted with the challenges of maintaining law and order, respecting citizens' rights, implementing development projects, and curbing inflation. To prove to the world that uncertainty and insecurity were main challenges in La Republique du Cameroon because of the scorching impact of the ongoing Ambazonian Liberation War, Atanga Nji was accompanied in the task by other high colonial government officials in the stakes like George Olanga Obam, Colonial Minister of Decentralization and Local Development, Galix Etoga, Colonial Secretary of State in the Ministry of Defense in charge of the National Gendarmerie, Martin Mbarga Ngwele, Colonial Director General of National Security.
Well, Colonial Governor Adolphe Lele Afrique told the press that the socio-political activities are gaining steam in the northern zone and economic activities are booming as well. In his words, he says people are coming back to celebrate their weddings, funerals, and the administration is functioning well, even if some sports are still in difficulties. Traditional rulers are gradually coming back. Political activities have resumed in many areas. For example, he says the recent celebration of the anniversary of Paul Biya's ascension to power.
Now, Colonial Bernard Okala Bilai, on his part, said normalcy was returning after over 5 years of unrest. He also reported that there are budding activities all over and the University of Boya is fully operational. Quoting Okalia Belai, he said, the region is getting out of the situation and the main cities of Boya, Limbe, Tiko are welcoming the population, especially internally displaced persons who are returning for various activities. This is what he intimated.
Well, Undaunted, after all these flatteries and window dressing conferences, observe that if there is any peace in Ambazonia now without a ceasefire, a meaningful dialogue, and a third-party negotiation for end of hostilities, it should be very bad peace, just as John Garang once said.
We the people, ABC Amber TV, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation. The voice of the voiceless, the voice of Ambazonia, connecting the world from Africa with untold stories, Africa's best.
The Southern Cameroon didn't just start in 2022 or in 2021. These killings has been recorded since 2018. It's a Tuesday, so we could do a little throwback. Now, in July 2018, a horrifying video began to circulate on social media. Now, it showed 2 women and 2 young children being laid away at gunpoint by a group of Cameroonian soldiers. The captives were blindfolded, forced to the ground, and shot 22 times.